Well, I suppose we should finish off as we always do. Leave the folks at home with a piece of wisdom. Wisdom for the folks at home.
They don't follow wisdom. They're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Ain't that the truth?
And that's true. You can tell them all day long, do unto others as you wish to be done to, and they still go out and mug somebody.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
So it's just a waste of breath. Do your thing.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of the opposite advice compared to do unto others. Do what thou wilt is quite satanic, because you ought to follow the law.
Yeah, everybody should follow the law. But I'm saying that you can preach all day long, you go blind, and breathless trying to tell them, and they still don't listen to you. Because it's very simple. And everybody know that.
Right.
You know? And I just was my inside joke about, to tell them that. I said, it's like, say if that was gasoline, you wouldn't use it.
Right. Well, Proverbs, in the Bible, 3,000 years ago,
there
Solomon,
you go with the Bible again.
Solomon writing, he wrote the book of Proverbs chapter 1, starting verse 20. Wisdom, this is a King James Version. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her word, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then they shall call upon me, wisdom, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. That's the personification of wisdom, calling out from the rooftop, saying, "Come, all you simple, and become wise." And so it's up to us. You're right. You can be as wisdom, calling out from the rooftop, saying, "Do unto others. It's the right way to be." And it's up to them, like you said, to follow it or not.
Yeah, this is true. What I'm saying is, Ryan, every child, I believe, is born. No, it's everybody's not.
We all know 100%,
not 100%, but
yeah.
I said 99% of the people teach their kids to do the right thing. Don't do that. Don't eat that. Stop, and don't tell stories. Right.
Right.
But then they stop. You got to put things in motion and stick with it.
Commit. Yes, sir.
So what I'm saying is, who doesn't know that? Everybody know that we're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to spit on people. Every kid know that.
Common decency, yes, sir.
Because I'm just still saying, but yet still we go out and do that to people. Not only spit on them, they kill them.
Truth. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, it's true. Yes, sir.
And you teach you to love little babies. Play with your little sister. Play with them, right? And then we go and harm them when we get grown. And you don't tell me he don't know, he ain't never heard that before?
Right.
So I don't have time to waste my energy on that. I'd rather waste my energy smoking or whatever.
Yeah.
To keep telling these people that it's not done any good. If somebody want to do that, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I just don't bother people. I don't talk to them. I don't necessarily need them. You understand?
Yeah.
If not give me, hey, it's the way it is, man. Cut out the bullshit.
Amen.
And then when we do that, we'll be a better person, and it'll be a better nation.
Right.
You know.
Well, I'll share it if you want. You already did, but I'll
I do say that.
I'll put a fine point. I'll highlight it. I'll put a star above it, And I'll repeat what you always say: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. The golden rule.
You heard it one time. You don't never have to remember that again. You should know. Then you say, "What psych are you?" If you don't really know that anymore.
Well, I
it's
think
like if person go out and don't know what up the sky is up there. You say, "What's wrong with him? He need to be in a sack someplace." Am I right or wrong?
You're right. I think we've talked about this before. I'll bring it up again because it's such a great point in context of the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But what if you're someone of much ability and you have high standards in your life that you keep for yourself? Then therefore are you allowed to, or even I suppose commanded to, hold others to your high standards? And therefore if they get mad at you for holding them to those high standards, they ought not to, because after all you're living out the golden rule? Or should you consider their weakness compared to you and say, well, if I was as weak as them, how would I treat them? I gotta start this again.
One word.
What's that one word?
Common sense. You have to use it yourself.
Each person must decide
Each
what
person,
that means.
you got common sense. Each person take care of your own body, right?
Yeah, we have to filter out.
If you want me
what
to
the meaning
control you,
is.
then I control you. How that starts by putting you in chains or whatever to do. If you want me to do that, I'm just still saying, everybody's on your own. You want to be on your own, so do use your common sense.
Right.
So I don't care how you try to get around it. It's still back to the same thing. You stupid or you're not stupid.
Right.
You did it or you didn't do it.
Now going a little further with the treat others as you would want to be treated. What if your neighbors are peasant culture people, meaning the fastest vehicle they ever experienced in their life was a mule or a horse or a donkey, and now here they cross illegally. You see these illegal immigrants over here into America or wherever it is, whatever part of the world, and they're living at a much lower standard of life, lower in terms of the heights of morality, lower moral standards than you. You shouldn't treat them according to their culture. You should treat them according to your culture. In fact, they should assimilate to your better culture.
We all have the same culture. We're human beings. That's the first thing. And then the next thing is respect. And another thing, like I said, common sense.
Yeah.
If you don't use common sense, you ain't going to do nothing.
We might...
Common sense is take care of yourself first, right?
Yes, sir.
If you take care of yourself and you do on others like you take care of the next person too, right?
We might be human beings.
Wait a minute, that's common sense, right?
Yes, sir.
What I said. See, you can round it all kinds of ways. You can put hot sauce on it, ketchup on it, mustard on it.
Right.
If it's shit, it's still going to be shit.
No two ways about it. Bad is bad, good is good.
Well, everything is said. Same thing.
Equipoise is itself.
If you can't use common sense, ain't nothing going to help you no way, right?
Right.
So we can play all day long and say, what if?
Right.
I shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Right.
I don't play that.
Right. Well, Mr. C, thank you very much for sitting down once again here in your museum-like Detroit apartment, opening up your apartment for filming, giving up your time out of your day, setting aside, everything else to do this. And we've been doing it for nearly 3 years now. Thank you very much, Mr. C. I love you. You are my best friend in the world. I love you, Lee.
Man. Love you too, man. Thanks. See, Ryan, if you first don't use common sense, man, and I don't care how you try to get out of it. Yeah. Common sense again, don't. Try.
Right.
Just because the window said don't say don't jump out the window.
Right. Doesn't mean you shouldn't either way, whether or not it says.
Well, it all depends on how high it is.
Right.
But you saying looking at that, should I jump out or not?
Right.
Use common sense. If you think you should jump, motherfucker.